Israel. Yeah. Sunrise to sunset. That's how we living. Yeah. Sabbath living. Sabbath living. From the sunrise we ain't missing. Sabbath living. Sabbath living. To the sunset we ain't slipping. Got the family all together. Got the scripture making better. It's the day we set apart. Keep it pure straight from the heart. Sabbath day, we in the building. Sun up high, that's how we living. Breaking bread with all my kinsmen. Study group, yeah, we ain't kidding. Laws on deck, we really living. 6 days past, now we different. Rest command, yeah, we get it. Kingdom rules, can't resist it. Sunrise start, mind elevated. 6 days done, we celebrate it. Food prepared, anticipated. Nations work, we separated. Scripture strong, concentration. Royal rest, no hesitation. This our weekly dedication. Building up the righteous nations. Real Hebrew. Saturday sun up, now we resting. Real Hebrew. Prepared the food, now we blessings. Real Hebrew. Scripture study while we testing. Real Hebrew. Till the sunset, that's the message. No transactions, that's the law though. No employment, read the Torah. Rest command, that's what we saw though. Teaching truth is what we for though. Family time, we keep it sacred. Every week can't be replaced, kid. Nations see how we make it. Kingdom life, yeah, we embrace it. Sun is high, we all assemble. Reading Psalms until we tremble. Got the youth all in the temple. Setting forth the right example. Laws of rest bring elevation. Building up the congregation. This all our weekly observation. Kingdom rules, no deviation. Sabbath living, Sabbath living. From the sunrise we ain't missing. Nah, Sabbath living, Sabbath living. Till the sunset we ain't slipping. Food's prepared since yesterday though. All the clean and done we say though. Now we rest in proper way though. Till the sun sets, that's the way though. Got my sons all in the cipher. Teaching daughters getting wiser. Kingdom lessons getting riper. Truth is making minds get brighter. Hours passing, still we study. Nations working while we budding. Scripture knowledge, we ain't fronting. Future kings, yeah, we becoming. Every week that sets the pattern for the kingdom that's been written. When we rule without the Latin, watch these nations start submitting. Young Israel. Sunrise to sunset, that's how we living. Real Hebrews.
All praises, all praises. Happy Sabbath, happy Sabbath, happy Sabbath. To the 12 tribes scattered to the four corners of the earth. Thank you for joining in for another lesson in the Most High's holy word. I hope you guys have been having a great Sabbath. I hope you guys had a great week. We got a whole lot in front of us. Genesis 41:57 verses. Oh my God. Oh my God. But don't worry. I ain't gonna break it all. I ain't gonna break it down verse by verse like I usually do, family. I'm gonna group them up. We ain't trying to be here all day, right? But all praises, I hope you like the song. That's going to be a new song off the new album that I'm coming up with right now. I hope you guys have been listening to my other songs that I've been releasing. All praise to the Most High for allowing me to get this word out in musical form to y'all. I hope you guys enjoy it. I got some more fire coming up, so stay tuned for that. But I pray that the Most High give you guys ears to hear, give you eyes to see during this lesson today, because it is a good lesson, especially for today's time, the things that are going on today. It parallels great family. So put your thinking caps on, Take out your pens and papers. I don't know if y'all do that. Open your Bibles to Genesis 41. We're going to start out with verses 1 through 8. Let's get into it. And let's see what the Most High got in store for us. And I read, and it came to pass at the end of 2 full years that Pharaoh dreamed, and behold, he stood by the river. And behold, there came up out of the river 7 well-favored kine and fat-fleshed, and they fed in a meadow. And behold, 7 other kine came up after them out of the river, ill-favored and lean-fleshed, and stood by the other kine upon the brink of the river. And the ill-favored and lean-fleshed kine did eat up the 7 well-favored and fat kine. So Pharaoh awoke, and he slept and dreamed the second time. And behold, 7 ears of corn came up upon one stalk, rank and good. And behold, 7 thin ears blasted with the east wind sprung up after them. And the 7 thin ears devoured the 7 rank and full ears. And Pharaoh awoke, and behold, it was a dream. And it came to pass in the morning that his spirit was troubled. And he sent and called for all the magicians of Egypt and all the wise men thereof. And Pharaoh told them his dream. But there was none that could interpret them unto Pharaoh. So now let's talk about Pharaoh here, right? First verse. Focus on that one. Because we're kicking off with some heavy context here that most people skim over. Joseph, one of our ancestors, was sitting in prison for 2 damn years, family. 2! Let's start there because most of us, we lose our shit after 2 weeks of waiting for anything. Y'all know who y'all are. I was very impatient. Still a little impatient, but I'm getting better. All praises. Now, y'all didn't snap his fingers and rescue Joseph from his situation instantly. Nope. Patience ain't just a virtue, family. It's a test. Now, let's talk about Pharaoh here. Because this ain't just some king in Egypt. Pharaoh here represents power, wealth, worldly influence today in the ruling systems of this world. He's sitting at the top of his game. Yeah, he's about to get shook by a damn dream, family. Let that hit for you for a little bit. Let it marinate. The Most High can use something as simple as a dream to disrupt the so-called powerful and elevate the righteous. Look at Proverbs 21:1. Proverbs 21:1 says, the king's heart is in the hand of the Lord, as the rivers of the water. He turneth it whithersoever he will. Family, where the free will at? Where the free will at, family? Because in a couple of chapters, you're going to see where that free will is. Ain't nowhere to be found when the Most High judge this wicked Pharaoh. But I digress. Pharaoh might have been on the throne, family, but y'all was still running the whole show. Today, y'all mad because you stuck in a low place. You pissed because it seems like the oppressor keeps winning while you sitting in your version of Joseph's prison. But don't trip, family. Y'all's timing ain't on your schedule. And sometimes he lets you sit in your shit until the right moment. Joseph wasn't just wasting 2 years, family. He was being prepared. Some of y'all ain't ready for elevation because you can't even handle the waiting room. Get your mind right first before the Most High can elevate you. We focus on 2 through 4 here. So let's break it down. These aren't just some random ass cows, family, in a dream. The kine, which means cattle, represents prosperity and abundance. The fat ones, that's the good years, family, when Yah allows blessings to flow. But the skinny, nasty ass ones over there, that's famine, that's struggle, that's hard times. And notice how the bad ones devour the good ones. That's how life works when you ain't paying attention. Now let's put this in today's terms. Yah might bless you with a season of plenty, a good job, solid income, peace in your household. Some of y'all experiencing that right now. But if you don't handle it well, If you act reckless and unprepared, the hard times will swallow. Hold up, let me say it again. Let me say it like TD Jakes. Swallow up everything good you had. This is a damn wake-up call, family. For all of us to get our priorities straight, like Proverbs 6:6-8 says, "Go to the ant, thou sluggard, consider her ways and be wise, which having no guide, overseer, or ruler, provideth her meat in the summer, and gathereth her food in the harvest." The Most High telling you to look at this damn ant right here. Even ants know to prepare for winter during summer. What's your excuse? You ain't even smarter than an insect? Come on, family. When you sitting up top on the high, you supposed to be preparing for the bad times. The good times ain't gonna always last, family. You gotta be preparing. And we're gonna see that whole theme all throughout this chapter. Family, this chapter couldn't have come at a better time. With all the crap that's happening on in the world, this chapter has come right on time. Y'all's divine timing. This theme that we gonna see throughout this entire chapter of getting prepared for the bad times couldn't have come at a better time, because as you look out into the world today, family, what you see? You see the rumblings happening. You see the cracks in the foundation. It's about to give, family. And the question is going to be, are you going to be prepared for what's about to happen? When the levees break, when the dam overflows, are you going to be prepared in those hard times? But I keep it moving. 5-7 here. So Pharaoh's getting hit with the same message twice. 2 times. He dreams about cattle, then about corn. Yah is loud and clear, but Pharaoh ain't understanding yet. Let me tell you something, family. When Yah wants to send a message, he don't stutter. He'll show you the signs, whether it's through people, circumstances, or even your own gut feelings, family. The problem is, most of y'all are too distracted to notice. Check out the Messiah. And in them, it is fulfilled. This is Matthew 13:14-15. And in them is fulfilled the prophecy of Isaiah, which saith, "By hearing ye shall hear, and shall not understand. And seeing ye shall see, and shall not perceive. For this people's heart is wax gross, and their ears are dull of hearing, and their eyes they have closed, lest at any time they should see with their eyes, and hear with their ears, and should understand with their heart, and should be converted, and I should heal them." You scrolling on TikTok, family, while y'all's trying to wake your ass up. Now let's talk about this east wind, family. Biblically, this east wind often represents destruction or judgment. Let's go see it in Exodus. Exodus 10:13. "And Moses stretched forth his rod over the land of Egypt. And the Lord brought an east wind upon the land all that day and all that night. And when it was morning, the east wind brought the locusts." Brought the locusts on Pharaoh's ass. That's the east wind, family. The Most High showing, hey, I'm about to destroy all that good stuff that y'all got. That wind wasn't just an afterthought in the dream, family. It was the weapon that blasted the corn into nothingness. Yah controls the elements, fam. He can take your harvest and blow that shit away if you ain't living right, or if he's setting up a greater purpose for you. This right here is a warning for us as a people. The Most High has been sending us signs upon signs, but we're asleep just like Pharaoh until the dream shook him up. Look at the state of the world in 2025, family. Inflation skyrocketing, food shortages popping up, wars breaking out, and social unrest everywhere. That's the lean kind and blasted corn creeping into the picture. If you wasting the little bit of fat years you got left, you gonna regret that shit when famine hits, family. You spending your money on Gucci, but you haven't stocked up your pantry. You buying a new iPhone, but ain't got a dime invested in your skills, education, or community. Wake the hell up, family. The ill-favored kind and the east wind are coming, whether you are ready or not. Verse 8 here. Here we see Pharaoh shook. He shook for all his worldly power, influence, and so-called wisdom. A damn dream got this man sweating. And what does he do? He runs to the magicians and wise men of Egypt. Now let's be real here. That's the equivalent of running to Dr. Phil, Oprah, or Twitter to figure out our problems. Pharaoh went to people who were, quote unquote, wise, family in the world sense, but didn't have a damn clue about the Most High. Now pay attention here. This is important. None, I repeat, none of these fools could interpret the dream. Why? Because the wisdom of this world is garbage when it comes to the Most High's plans. Let's go see what Paul got to say about it. 1 Corinthians, family. 1 Corinthians 1, 19 and 20. And it reads, for it is written, I will destroy the wisdom of the wise and will bring nothing the understanding of the prudent. Where is the wise? Where is the scribe? Where is the disputer of this world? Hath not God made foolish the wisdom of this world? The so-called experts, family, can't help Pharaoh because spiritual matters require spiritual understanding. That's why we as Israel need to stop looking to the system for solutions. Stop thinking politicians, self-help books, and celebrities are going to save us. They ain't got the answers, family. Pharaoh, as I told you, he represents these world governments, these corporations and influencers who think they run the world. But the Most High is showing them, you ain't running shit. When the hard times come, family, all their so-called wisdom ain't gonna save them. And what about us? Too many of us, y'all trust in Egypt, the system that was designed to keep you down, family. You ain't gonna find no help in this system. Look what the Most High said through Isaiah in 31 and 1. That's 31 and 1 of Isaiah. Woe to them that go down to Egypt for help and stay on horses and trust in chariots because they are many, and in horsemen because they are very strong. But they look not unto the Holy One of Israel, neither seek the Lord. You out here running to the oppressor's tools for answers while ignoring the word of Yah. Stop that dumbass behavior, family, and come back to your heritage. So let's keep it moving. Go back to Genesis 41. We're going to read 9 through 13. In Genesis 41, 9 through 13. We set the stage now, family. Let's go see what happens next. Then spake the chief butler unto the Pharaoh, saying, I do remember my fault this day. Pharaoh was wroth with his servants and put me in ward in the captain of the guard's house, both me and the chief baker. And we dreamed a dream in one night. I and he, we dreamed each man according to the interpretation of his dream. And there was with us a young man in Hebrew, servant to the captain of the guard. And we told him, and he interpreted to us our dreams. To each man according to his dream, he did interpret it. And it came to pass as he interpreted it to us. So it was, me he restored unto mine office. In him, talking about the baker, he hanged. So let's go with verse 9 here. Finally, the butler, Joseph's previous cellmate, come forward. But notice what he says. I do remember my faults this day. He admits he messed up because for 2 years, he forgot all about Joseph after he promised to help him. Last chapter we read last week. It's a hard fact for y'all to catch. People will let you down. Even the ones you help. That butler was saved because Joseph interpreted his dream in prison. But when he got freedom, he dipped out and forgot. Sound familiar? It should. How many times have y'all helped somebody only for them to forget about you when they got what they wanted? But the Most High don't operate on man's negligence, family. Y'all wasn't waiting on the butler's timing. He was moving on his divine timing. Y'all let Pharaoh's dream come at the right moment to jog the butler's memory. And this right here smashes the excuses people have about being overlooked. If Yah has a purpose for you, ain't no man, no system, no butler gonna stop that plan. Look what Isaiah says. The Most High says through Isaiah. Isaiah 55 and 11. And it says, so shall my word be that goeth forth out of my mouth. It shall not return unto me void, but it shall accomplish that which I please, and it shall prosper in the thing whereto I sent it. So the Most High say, sit tight like Joseph did, because at the right time, y'all moves. Too many of y'all are bitter as hell because people let you down. Your so-called friends abandoned you. Your family didn't support you. Your efforts went unrecognized. But listen, like I said in Frozen, let it go. Let it go. The butler forgetting Joseph was part of y'all's plan. Just like people forgetting you is part of your process. Stop crying over who don't have your back. The Most High has the final say. He'll remind the butlers in your life to speak when the time is right, not when you want them to. Focus on Yah's timing, not man's approval. Now, verse 10 here, the butler starts spilling the tea now, recounting his downfall 2 years prior. He's reminding Pharaoh that he was locked up for Pharaoh's anger. But this isn't just a recap, family, of the past events. This is a lesson about how Yah uses your darkest times to set you up for your greatest purposes. Here's the key right here. The butler and baker's imprisonment seemed random as hell, but it wasn't random to the Most High Yah. Their situation intersected with Joseph's life, so the Most High could set up this moment we're reading right here. And don't miss this. Sometimes Yah will put you in uncomfortable places to connect you to the right people. You think every storm in your life is about you? No. Nah. Sometimes, family, you're just a piece of the puzzle. The greater puzzle. Moving according to his will. As Solomon says in Proverbs 16 and 9. Where it says, a man's heart deviseth his way, but the Lord directed his steps. Joseph's prison wasn't his punishment, family. It was his platform. It was his platform. So the Most High is telling you to stay faithful in your struggle because it's part of your setup. Look at verse 11. The butler now is explaining how Joseph interpreted their dreams in prison. And don't miss this. He's showing how Yah uses dreams as a form of communication, a direct channel to expose his plans. Now, these weren't random ass dreams about flying unicorn, family. These were not random. These dreams had purpose. And Joseph was the one Yah equipped to what? Decipher them. Here's the spiritual meat. Right here. Sometimes the Most High gives you a gift that's not for you. It's for others. Joseph didn't interpret dreams for his own benefit, family. He used his gift to help the butler and the baker. Some of y'all are sitting on your blessings right now and not using them because you don't see an immediate reward for you. But y'all don't give gifts for selfish reasons, family. They're tools to fulfill his greater plan, as Peter tells you in 1 Peter 4, in verse 10. As every man hath received the gift, Even so, minister the same one to another as good stewards of the manifold grace of God. Joseph didn't know his dream interpretations was setting him up for leadership, family, but he stayed faithful to his calling anyway. Stop sleeping on your gifts just because they don't seem to pay off right now. Some of y'all out here with talents, teaching, organizing, building, writing, but you refuse to use them unless it benefits you directly. Get out of that selfish ass mindset, family. Your gift isn't just for you. It's for the kingdom of Israel, your people. You might not see the results now, but Yah is using you to plant seeds for later. Just like Joseph, you got to stay faithful even when it doesn't make sense. I'm testimony to this. Yah has given me a gift to teach this word. I was an atheist, family, as y'all know. My whole life, I ain't care nothing about this word. And for the last 4 years, 4.5 years, gonna be 5 years this year. Wow, time flying. For the last 5 years, family, the Most High has been growing me in this word. He used my gift of speaking. He used my gift of writing to write these sermons. He used my gift of music to make songs to wake up the people. And that's what I'm doing, family. That's what you should be doing. Yeah, I ain't popular on YouTube. I don't got thousands or millions of subscribers. I don't have that. I don't got millions of people listening to my music, family. But what I'm doing is the Most High is using me to set the seeds up, because he will direct people to these sermons, to my music when he wants to wake up the people. He has me planting seeds that will flourish later on. I'm not worried about my views. I used to be. When I first started doing this, I used to be. I wanted all the views. I wanted all the subscribers. I wanted to be popular. But the Most High showed me as I kept going through this word that it ain't about me. It's about him. Whenever he wants to see seeds to flourish, it's going to happen on his time. So all I got to do is keep on pushing them out and planting the seeds, and let the Most High worry about the harvest. So verse 12 here, the verse is so subtle, but it's packed with lessons. First, the butler acknowledges Joseph's identity, a Hebrew. That's significant because Joseph's Israelite heritage wasn't just an afterthought, family. It was the foundation of his wisdom. His ability to interpret dreams wasn't because of his smarts. It was because of Yah's spirit that was with him. Remember back in Genesis 39? In verse number 2, look what it said. And the Lord was with Joseph, and he was a prosperous man, and he was in the house of his master, the Egyptian. But notice something else here, family. Joseph was still a servant when he was operating in his gift. Some of y'all waiting until you're on top to start walking in your purpose. But Joseph wasn't in a palace. He was in chains, yet he still used what Yah gave him. You waiting for ideal circumstances out here, family? Stop waiting. Yah works in the dirt and the struggle, not just the luxury. Let me tell you why most of y'all are stuck right now. You're too busy trying to impress the world with clout and status, chasing them degrees, chasing them titles and followers instead of operating in the spirit. Joseph didn't need a damn platform to use his gift, family. He was obedient right where he was. And Yah elevated him because of it. Are you going to wait until you feel ready? Or are you going to trust Yah and move now? Do like I did. I went out on a whim. Someone suggested, hey, you should start a platform where you do lessons, sermons, and whatnot. And I took the leap of faith and I trusted the Most High. And it has evolved into this right here. And me making music. Doing things I love to wake up our people. I love doing this, family. I don't need to get paid for it. I don't care. I love doing this. I love making music. I love coming up with sermons that'll get y'all juices flowing in your brain. I love it, family. I'm using what the Most High has given me to teach you, to plant the seeds. So when he sends people to this platform and they hear my music and they hear my sermons, they can be awakened, family. All I'm doing now is just planting the seeds. As they said in Field of Dreams, if you build it, they will come. That's what I'm doing. That's what you should be doing. That's what Joseph did. He built it. And now they coming. Verse 13 here. Now the butler testifies to Pharaoh about Joseph's accuracy. So it was, he said. Joseph's interpretations weren't just guesses, family. They were revelations from Yah that came to pass exactly as he said. This right here silences all the skeptics who want to doubt the Most High's power. When Yah speaks his word, it don't fail, family. Look at Numbers 23 and 19. God is not a man that he should lie, neither the son of man that he should repent. Hath he said, and shall he not do it? Or hath he spoken, and shall he not make it good? But look at it deeper, family. The butler was restored, and the baker was executed. That's prophetic right there. Yah's plans include both restoration and judgment. Some people in your life will get lifted up, while others will be removed for good. And don't get it twisted here, family. Yah ain't out here playing favorites. He's executing justice according to his will. Pay attention to who he removes and who he restores around you. Some of y'all mad because y'all removed people from your life. But understand this. Not everybody is meant to be restored like the butler. Some folks are like the baker. They serve their purpose. And now they're out the picture. Stop clinging to what Yah is cutting off. Ooh, boy. Boy. I had a problem with that. Clinging to what Yah was cutting off. Some of y'all in that predicament too. You got people in your life, the Most High trying to get rid of, but you're holding on for dear life. Stop. Whether it's a toxic relationship, a dead-end job, or a friend who ain't aligned with his will, Yah's judgment is always for your benefit. Even if it hurts. Even if it hurts, family. Now this next section, 14 to 32, I'm going to split it up. But I wanted to set the stage now. So now we're about to get into the meat of the chapter. This 14 to 32. We're going to start with 14 through 16. And it reads, Then Pharaoh sent and called Joseph, and they brought him hastily out of the dungeon. And he shaved himself and changed his raiment and came in unto Pharaoh. And Pharaoh said unto Joseph, I have dreamed a dream, and there is none that can interpret it. And I have heard say of thee that thou canst understand a dream to interpret it. And Joseph answered Pharaoh, saying, It is not in me. God shall give Pharaoh an answer of peace. First, Pharaoh calls Joseph hastily. This dude has been rotting in prison for years. And in an instant, y'all calls him out of obscurity. That dungeon, family, that's your period of preparation. Your season of struggle. Joseph didn't know when his time would come. But when y'all said it was time, it was time. This is why you need patience, Israel. Black people. Your season of elevation can happen faster than a TikTok trend. when Yah is ready. Check out Isaiah 60 and 22. And it says, a little one shall become 1,000, and a small one a strong nation. Talking about us at our final restoration, family. I, the Lord, will hasten it in its time. Now let's talk about the shaving and the changing of the raiment, family. Egypt was all about appearances, and Pharaoh wasn't about to bring some shaggy ass dude straight out of jail before his throne. This is what some of you need to hear the hard truth. You got to be prepared for your elevation. That doesn't mean you change who you are at the core, but you need to be presentable. Look the part, act the part, and carry yourself with the dignity of an Israelite, like Joseph did. Stop showing up like a damn disgrace, expecting Yah to elevate you. Now look at Joseph's humility here in verse 16. Pharaoh gives him credit for interpreting dreams, but Joseph immediately redirects it to the Most High. It is not in me. This is what being a vessel looks like, family. You don't take credit for what Yah does through you. Some of y'all get a little taste of success and let it blow your damn heads up. I know who you are. You know who you are. I used to be like this too. Joseph's power came from Yah, and he made sure to acknowledge it. Look what Paul tells you in 1 Corinthians 1 and 31. That's 1 Corinthians 1 and 31. That, according as it is written, he that glorieth, let him glory in the Lord. This humility is why Yah kept elevating him. When Yah calls you out of your dungeon, family, be ready to step up. Get your mind, your appearance, and your character straight. And when the spotlight hits you, don't you dare try to steal Yah's glory. Your gifts come from him. Your success is his doing. Stop making everything about you and start showing gratitude to the one who pulled you out the dirt. Y'all understand that? Y'all get it now? So let's keep it going. 17 through 24. Pharaoh is going to recount the dream. And Pharaoh said unto Joseph, in my dream, behold, I stood upon the bank of the river. And behold, there came up out of the river 7 kine, fat-fleshed and well-favored. And they fed in a meadow. And behold, 7 other kine came up after them, poor and very ill-favored and lean-fleshed, such as I never saw in all the land of Egypt for badness. And the lean and the ill-favored kine did eat up the first 7 fat kine. And when they had eaten them up, it could not be known that they had eaten them. But they were still ill-favored as at the beginning. So I awoke, and I saw in my dream, and behold, 7 ears came up in one stalk, full and good. And behold, 7 ears withered then, and blasted with the east wind, sprung up after them. And the thin ears devoured the 7 good ears. And I told this unto the magicians, but there was none that could declare it to me. So focus in here, 17 to 21 here. Now watch this right here. Pharaoh, the most powerful man in Egypt, is about to tell his dream to a Hebrew slave. But why is this important? Because when the Most High got a word for these nations, they have to come to Israel. Just like Nebuchadnezzar had to come to Daniel. Balak had to seek Balaam. The queen of Sheba had to visit Solomon. Psalm 105, 20 through 22 says this. The king sent and loosed him, even the ruler of the people, and let him go free. He made him lord of his house and ruler of all his substance, to bind his princes at his pleasure and teach his senators wisdom. Notice how detail Pharaoh gets retelling his dream, family. He describes the fat cows, such as I never saw in all the land of Egypt for badness. He emphasizes their consumption. And when they had eaten them up, it could not be known that they had eaten them. Then he also stresses their appearance, but they were still ill-favored, nasty looking, as at the beginning. All of this got Pharaoh shook. Why? Because it happened twice. It involved Egypt's economy. It defied natural law. It threatened its power base. Why the Most High using cows? Remember, family, Egypt was worshiping false gods. Hathor was the cow god that they had worshipped. And the cow represented prosperity for Egypt. That god represented prosperity. That's why the Most High used the cow. He understood. The Most High coming for his pockets. Just look at today, family. These world leaders are seeing signs that got them scared. Economic indicators out here. Social unrest. Food supply issues. System failures. But they can't interpret what's coming. They running to their economic advisors. They think tanks. Intelligence agencies. Scientific experts. And still can't understand that the Most High, or understand what the Most High is showing them. And some of y'all are still trying to learn their systems instead of mastering the Most High's wisdom. Still want to study their economics, learn their politics, follow their philosophies, and trust their science. Yep, you know who you are. When the Most High got all the answers, if you just stay faithful to his laws. Look at the spiritual pattern, family. Look at this progression right here. First step, crisis hits the leadership. Second, worldly wisdom fails. 3, Most High's people get revealed. 4, truth gets spoken. 5, power structure shifts. That's what's going to happen for us, family. That's all Revelation. That's what all Revelation was talking about, family. All of that right there. That's what's going to happen. This same pattern is happening right now in 2025. But are you positioned like Joseph? Are you clean like Joseph? Are you faithful like Joseph? Are you wise like Joseph? Or are you still playing in Egypt's system, chasing Egypt's wealth, following Egypt's ways, learning Egypt's wisdom? Which one is it, family? Which one is it? I'm letting it marinate. I want you to be able to answer these questions. So now, 22 to 24. Now we're going to break down the symbolism here. So we got one stalk. One stalk. That's a single source. That's Egypt's food supply. You got the east wind, as I told you, divine judgment. Then you got withered, which means sanam in Hebrew, which means dried up, shriveled. And then you have thin in Hebrew means dak, lean, crushed, small. Look what Most High says in Hosea 13 and 15. Though he be fruitful among his brethren, an east wind shall come. The wind of the Lord shall come up from the wilderness, and his spring shall become dry, and his fountain shall be dried up. That's the judgment. Why two dreams? Because like Joseph's about to explain, the matter is established. It's coming quickly. It's certain. No changing it. Just like in 2025, the Most High sending multiple warnings. Multiple warnings. Supply chain disruptions y'all see out there. Food prices soaring. Weather patterns going crazy. Economic systems failing, family. These ears of corn. They represent food security, economic stability, family, national resources, survival necessities. Y'all better wake up. When the Most High shows the same warning in different forms, judgment is coming. But our people too busy watching Netflix. Too busy playing video games, Call of Duty, Madden, NBA 2K, scrolling TikTok, Instagram, chasing worldly shit. While the signs are right in front of you. Right in front of you. We living through these lean years right now, family. Inflation got us paying $10 for eggs in some places. The media is trying to sell you on progress while the cost of living keeps strangling you. These lean, kind, and thin ears symbolize the slow devouring of prosperity. Yah is sending you a warning, just like he did Pharaoh. Prepare your household, build your community, and stop putting your trust in a system designed to fail you. Ain't no politician, no stimulus check, or no corporation coming to rescue you. Only Yah can guide you through what is coming, family. Only he can. So we keep it going. We keep it going. 25 to 32. And Joseph said unto Pharaoh, the dream of Pharaoh is one. God hath shewed Pharaoh what he is about to do. The 7 good kine are 7 years, and the 7 good ears are 7 years. The dream is one, and the 7 thin and ill-favored kine that came up after them are 7 years. And the 7 empty ears blasted with the east wind shall be 7 years of famine. This is the thing which I have spoken unto Pharaoh. What God is about to do, he sheweth unto Pharaoh. Behold, there come 7 years of great plenty throughout all the land of Egypt. And there shall arise after them 7 years of famine. And all the plenty shall be forgotten in the land of Egypt. And the famine shall consume the land. And the plenty shall not be known in the land, by reason of that famine following. For it shall be very grievous. And for that the dream was doubled unto Pharaoh twice. It is because the thing is established by Yah. And Yah will shortly bring it to pass. So verse 25 here. Joseph is establishing divine authority. Joseph ain't stuttering, ain't sugarcoating, playing political games, trying to be nice. He's telling the most powerful man in the world, the Most High is showing you what he about to do. That's that Hebrew boldness right there, family. That's that divine confidence. That's what happens when you know who you serve. Some of y'all are too scared to tell your boss you keep Sabbath. Stand up for the truth. Keep the dietary laws. Represent the Most High, but want Joseph's elevation. F out of here. F out of here. I know y'all see it. He ain't charged no consultation fees, no religious manipulation, no mystical bullshit. As Solomon says in Proverbs 29 and 25, the fear of man bringeth the snare, but whoso putteth his trust in the Lord shall be safe. That's what Joseph did. Joseph shows us how to handle divine wisdom, family. In 26:27, he speaks clearly. He explains it simply. No complicated language. No religious buzzwords like Christianity uses. Just straight up truth. The way I do it to you. I keep it straight. I keep it a buck. Because that's how the Most High ensures you understand what he's trying to say to you. Unlike these modern day prophets today with their, the Lord tell me to tell you, I sense in my spirit. Sow a seed for your breakthrough. For your love gift of $99.99. That's what these Christians do. These prosperity pimps out there do, family. Joseph didn't charge Pharaoh for his interpretation. When the Most High gives you insight, you better give him the glory. You better speak that shit plainly like I do. Don't try to profit off of it. I see people trying to profit off the word now. Making courses, Bible courses, and trying to sell it for $10. What? All the people got to do is pray to the Most High for wisdom and say they $10. But they buying these courses and reading plans. Get the F out of here. Disgrace, abomination, and the Most High will deal with them accordingly. But lastly, he also wants you to stand firm in the truth. Don't back down. Don't sugarcoat it. Tell it like it is, like I do it to y'all. Even if it may offend you, hey, it is what it is. That's your spirit convicting you. Because you know it's true. You know what I'm saying is true. Some of y'all got wisdom from the Most High, but you're selling it in online courses, making YouTube channels for profit. I don't got no profit here, family. I don't ask for no donations. I don't got no cash app in the description bar. If you ever try to donate, I'm going to say, no, keep it. I don't want your money. I'm doing this for free. And I will always do it for free. I don't want your money. Keep it. Use it to store up your food supply. Store up your water supply. Buy survival gear. That's what you should be using your money for. Not only these hustlers out here. They holding conferences for money. Y'all seen that conference? What was it? The Acts something. It's 24-2 conference or whatever it was that they had it. I think it was in Atlanta. I don't know what it was. All them people going out there paying all that money for a conference to tell you stuff that you can read in the Bible for free. Abominable behavior, family. And the Most High gonna get them Christians. You selling what the Most High gave you for free. But notice the pattern, family. 7 years plenty. 7 years famine. 1 dream, 2 forms. Clear divine warning. Just like in 2025, the Most High showing you in this market instability. You see, stock market up, down, up, down, up, down. You see these food supply issues. You see all those plants. Those food supply plants that was burning down. Killing all them animals. Most High showing you signs, family. It's about to come. These economic bubbles. Inflation. Social collapse. In these other countries, man, they're going crazy because their money has evaporated to nothing. They're going crazy out there in South America. They're going crazy over there in the so-called Middle East, in Africa. But who's paying attention to this, family? Who's preparing like Joseph? Instead, y'all chasing crypto, playing the stock market, following these financial gurus, paying money for their expert analysis, trusting in Babylon's system, instead of doing what Joseph doing right here. Instead of doing that, what y'all doing, man? What are y'all doing? 28 to 32. Watch how Joseph's break it down with precision. He ain't just interpreting. He's giving divine intelligence. He reveals that timeline. This ain't about Egypt only. The Most High showing us how he operates. He warns before judgment. He gives exact time frames. He shows both blessing and cursing. He reveals the whole full scope. But who does he reveal this stuff to? Amos 3 and 7. Surely the Lord God will do nothing, but he revealeth his secret unto who? His servants, the prophets, Israel. We know what's going on. They don't. We do. The remnant does. I'm telling you right now. He's showing how severe this is going to be. He said the famine going to be so bad that people going to forget there was ever plenty. Just like today, all these food prices skyrocketing. These farms being bought up, seeds being controlled by these corporations, supply chains breaking around the world. Y'all better understand what's coming. And then in verse 32, he gives you the divine confirmation. Let's break this Hebrew down. Established means nakan, which means fixed, certain, prepared. Shortly means mahar, to haste, to make haste, urgent. When the Most High shows you something twice, dos, it means it's absolutely certain. It's coming quickly. Divinely orchestrated, ain't no stopping it. Y'all seeing double witnesses right now. Social collapse signs, food system failures, weather patterns. Hell, we just had record cold this week where I'm at. Now we finna have record highs next week. What? We just had snow this week. Next week, finna be damn near 70. What? You see it, family. He's showing you. He's showing you. Are your eyes open to see? I got to get myself straight too. Because I've been slacking on this. And the Most High showing me, hey, nigga, you better get going. You better spend those extra bucks you get and fill up your pantry. I understand, Father. I got you. I started off good, then I slacked off. Now the Most High bringing it back to my knowledge again. And I hope I'm bringing it to some of y'all knowledge out there. Get prepared, family. Ain't no need to be buying anything else. There is no point. This whole thing is about to collapse. There is no point buying a new house, buying a new car, worrying about shoes and purses and buying big TVs and new PS5s and whatever video game is stupid. You wasting your money and you wasting your time. The Most High telling you to be prepared. Be like Joseph and prepare while you got money, while you got solid income, while you got a steady paycheck. Use the savings that you have and store up your goods. Because at any point, family, it could all come down. And if you ain't prepared, whoo, good luck. Y'all taking out mortgages, man. Chasing us entertainment, going to the movie theaters and spending all that money on concessions, going out to basketball and football games and all that nonsense. Spending all that money. Taking out mortgages. Living like everything is normal. Some of y'all got no food storage, no water supply, no survival skills. Y'all better be watching Bear Grylls. Y'all better invest in a nice knife. I got a big old Rambo knife. That thing huge. Might as well be a machete. I want to go and buy a bow and arrow. Never know. May need to go out to hunt some food. Who knows? But y'all better be watching that survival stuff. Y'all better be brushing up on your survival skills, your action plan, where you gonna go, what you gonna do when shit hits the fan. Y'all better have a plan. I gotta come up with one too. Like I told you, family, this lesson has come at the right time. Right time when things are looking shaky. The Most High telling you what to do. Are you going to listen? Or y'all going to just continue to do what you want to do? Proverbs 22:3. A prudent man, that's a smart man, foreseeth the evil, foreseeth the collapse, and hideth himself, prepares. But the simple, that's the people who ain't unprepared, are punished. They just pass on, family, and are punished when they ain't got no food, no water, no nothing. These are the people that's going to be out there trying to kill everybody else for their food. Because they did not prepare in the good times. They didn't heed the warnings. These are going to be the people out there running from house to house, trying to shoot and murder and rob and pillage and steal from everybody else who do got food and water, who were prepared. But like the Most High, if his mark is on you, family, if his seal is on you, you ain't got to worry about any of them people. They ain't going to find you. They ain't going to mess with you. That's why I always heed you guys to get in this book, man, and learn and pray for wisdom, knowledge, understanding so you can be sealed. The Most High sealing his people right now. Before he let the shit hit the fan, he's sealing his people before the judgment falls. Become one of those that are sealed, family. Because if you're not sealed, you going to hell in a handbasket. You finna endure all the nonsense that's finna be happening. Y'all seen Black Mirror? Yeah, that's gonna be reality. I mean, watching all the Black Mirror. Most High put that show out to show us what's gonna happen. I'm finna rewatch that entire series. I never watched it before, only watched one episode. I'm finna rewatch the whole thing. I'm finna binge watch it. I highly suggest y'all do it too, because that's your future. AI, virtual reality, all that stuff, family. That's going to be your reality. Blade Runner, Minority Report, all those future type shows or whatever, movies and whatnot. Yeah, that's going to be happening. So I suggest y'all brush up, so y'all can be prepared for when it does. Now we keep it moving to the next section here. 33 to 36. Genesis 41. Now therefore, let Pharaoh look out a man discreet and wise, and set him over the land of Egypt. Let Pharaoh do this, and let him appoint officers over the land, and take up the 5th part of the land of Egypt in the 7 plenteous years. And let them gather all the food of those good years that come, and lay up corn under the hand of Pharaoh, and let them keep food in the cities. And food shall be for store to the land against the 7 years of famine, which shall be in the land of Egypt, that the land perish not through the famine. So now he's giving him the divine solution. Look at his boldness. He ain't just interpreting dreams, family. He's telling the most powerful man in the world what to do about it. That's the confidence that you speak when you are imbued with Yah's wisdom. Breaking down his strategy here, family. Look out a man discreet and wise. Discreet means being in Hebrew. Understanding, discerning. Wise, shakam. Skilled. Experience. He ain't say get a committee, form a task force, have a meeting, take a vote. One man with divine wisdom better than 1,000 fools with degrees. Set the officers over the land. Joseph understood delegation. He understood organization. He understood administration. He understood implementation. Look at the plan that he set out, the economic plan. Take up the fifth part of the land of Egypt. 20% tax. But watch this. It ain't for building pyramids, funding wars, personal luxury, or government waste like these countries do today. It's for survival. These nations are wasting their resources, military budgets, space programs. Ain't no space, by the way. Entertainment. Foolishness. The Most High's people should be storing food, building communities, developing skills, preparing for judgment. Now you got the storage system. Look at this organization, family. Centralized control, local distribution of food to the people, city level storage. It's going to be a lot of corn, family. A lot of food they got to have. Protected reserves so nobody can come in there and steal it. Some of y'all can't even organize your house, manage your money, plan your meals, store supplies. They ain't going to be begging when hard times hit. You got to be like that ant I told you about in Proverbs 6. Now look at the purpose here, family. And that food shall be stored to the land against the 7 years of famine. Joseph is showing us divine preparation. Store during plenty, as we should be doing now. Prepare for scarcity. Think long term. Plan strategically. The wake up call for y'all niggas today. Food prices rising. Shortages increasing. Systems are failing. Judgment is coming. But y'all still living paycheck to paycheck. No emergency supplies, no survival skills, no community connections. You need to be like Joseph. Save, store, and strategize. Build emergency funds. That's what I'm doing. I don't know about y'all, but that's what I am doing. Learn skills like gardening, food preservation, and budgeting. I don't know nothing about gardening. I don't know nothing about food preservation, but I'm pretty sure there's loads of information about it. Don't wait for the system to bail you out, because it won't. Pharaoh listened to Joseph because Joseph knew what the hell he was talking about. Be that person in your family or your community. Be the one with foresight. Pray to the Most High for a plan to give you wisdom on how to execute that plan, how to draw it up, how to get the necessary skills to make sure that plan comes to fruition. This is what you should be doing now. Everybody busy worrying about whatever's on TV, when you should be worrying about what's going to happen when shit hit the fan. Trump ain't going to save y'all, family. These other nations ain't going to save y'all. This system cannot save you. Only one can save you. That is Yah. You put your trust in him. Lean into his understanding, not your own. Not your own, family. Don't do it. Now, 37 through 40. And the thing was good in the eyes of Pharaoh and in the eyes of all his servants. And Pharaoh said unto his servants, can we find such a one as this? A man in whom the Spirit of God is. And Pharaoh said unto Joseph, for as much as God has shewed thee all this, there is none so discreet and wise as thou art. Thou shalt be over my house. Woo! And according unto thy word shall all my people be ruled. Only in the throne will I be greater than thou. Woo! Talk about a promotion. Talking about a come up, a glow up, Look at 37:38 here, family. Look at this right here. The same Pharaoh who had Joseph locked up now can't deny the Most High's power in him. When you got divine wisdom, family, even your enemies gotta acknowledge it. Notice Pharaoh says Spirit of God in Hebrew, Ruach Elohim. Even this heathen king recognized divine wisdom, supernatural understanding, spiritual authority, heavenly insight. All the magicians out there, the magicians, the wise men, scholars, advisors, couldn't touch what the Most High put in one Hebrew slave. Joseph went from being a prisoner to being a ruler in a single moment. That's how Yah operates when he's ready to elevate you. Psalm 75. 6-7. For promotion cometh neither from the east, nor from the west, nor from the south, but God is the judge. He putteth down one and setteth up another. That's Joseph right here. That could be you in your life when he is ready for you to move to the next step. To the next step, family. Just like today, you got these PhDs, these experts out here, analysts, consultants. They can't solve what's coming. But the Most High's people got the answers if they just stay faithful. All you got to do is stay faithful, family. That's it. Just stay faithful. Some of y'all want elevation without putting in the work. You feel entitled to blessings because you're angry about oppression or waiting for someone to hand you a position. Joseph didn't get elevated by complaining. He got elevated because he stayed faithful. He used his gifts and he let Yah's spirit guide him. If you want to be elevated in 2025, you need to be wise. That means study. Learn and prepare yourself. Stop waiting for someone to hand you knowledge on a silver platter, like Solomon tells you in Proverbs 2:10-11. When wisdom entereth into thine heart, that's your mind, and knowledge is pleasant unto thy soul, discretion shall preserve thee, understanding shall keep thee. You also got to be faithful. No matter how grim your situation looks, you could be in the gutter. But you trust in the Most High Yah and keep operating your gift, even if no one appreciates it right now. I ain't getting no appreciation for anything. Not on the worldwide stage, at least. I get comments. I love y'all comments. But on a worldwide scale, on a huge scale, nobody really appreciating all of this. But guess what? I'm here week in, week out. I'm making music week in and week out. And that's how you guys got to be. That's the faithfulness if you want to get elevated. And then you let the Spirit guide you. That's the final part if you want to be elevated. The wisdom of this world won't save you. I told you that before. You got to pray. You got to study this word right in front of us and walk in obedience. I mean, follow his laws, statutes, and commandments, family. I know these Christians say, oh, the law done away with. No, it's not. That's why they stuck where they at. That's why they have not been elevated. They still stuck in the milk. If we could even call it milk, that milk's spoiled by now. But you walk in obedience so Yah's spirit can set you apart. That's how you're supposed to be. That's how it's supposed to be. But also, let me say one thing. Elevation ain't about clout or fame. That's where a lot of our people get mixed up. They think if they're getting elevated that they're supposed to be famous and they're supposed to get a ton of followers and influence. No. Joseph wasn't chasing Instagram likes, family. He was chasing purpose. When Yah elevates you, it's for his glory and to serve his people. So you better check your motives. Once he elevates you, family, your purpose will be clear. And that's where you got to go. That's the path you must follow. Don't deviate to the left or to the right. Stay on that path that the Most High has paved for you to get to your purpose. I'm chasing purpose right now. That's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to wake up the people. That's my job. Is to make all of this relatable and simple enough for even the darkest of us to understand. To put it in terms that they can understand. That everybody can understand and get and apply in their life. That's the whole point. I hope this all makes sense, family. Because I really want you guys to get this. We'll go back to Genesis 41. Move to the next section. Where am I actually? 41 through 45. And it reads, And Pharaoh said unto Joseph, See, I have set thee over all the land of Egypt. And Pharaoh took off his ring from his hand and put it upon Joseph's hand and arrayed him in vestures of fine linen and put a gold chain about his neck. And he made him to ride in the second chariot which he had. And they cried before him, Bow the knee. And he made him ruler over all the land of Egypt. Whew, whew. And Pharaoh said unto Joseph, I am Pharaoh, and without thee shall no man lift up his hand or foot in all the land of Egypt. And Pharaoh called Joseph's name Zaphnath Paneah. I got it right. And he gave him to wife Asenath, the daughter of Potipharah, priest of On. And Joseph went out over all the land of Egypt. Can y'all get that? He took off his ring and gave it to him, family. The ring was the authority seal from Pharaoh. The fine linen is a royalty status now. The gold chain, public honor. But notice, Joseph didn't ask for none of this. He was just faithful to the Most High, true to his calling, ready when needed, prepared for service. Y'all out here begging for recognition, thirsty for followers, desperate for position, compromising for clout. When the Most High will elevate you, if you just stay in your lane and be faithful, you don't got to beg for none of that. You don't got to go to your oppressor and beg for a position. You don't got to do none of that. They'll come to you. They'll give you an opportunity you can't refuse. You don't have to do nothing but stay faithful. Study, pray, and walk in obedience. And the Most High will pave the road for you. So you see 43, 44 now. Now look at this divine setup here. The same people who called him a slave, threw him in prison, forgot about him, disrespected him. Sound familiar? Sound familiar, black people? now got to bow their asses down when he passes by. That's us in the future, family. They gonna bow the knee. They call you nigga now. They call you all of these things. But they gonna bow to you. Turn your books to Isaiah 60 and 14. Because this is a future symbol for us being royalty again. Those same people that hated you, those same people that lynched your ancestors, that call you nigga, and all kind of other crazy names, that have kept you on the bottom, that have stole from you, that have raped our people. These same people are going to come and bend to you. Isaiah 60 and 14. The sons also of them that afflicted thee shall come bending unto thee, and all they that despise thee shall bow themselves down at the soles of thy feet, and they shall call thee the city of the Lord, the Zion of the Holy One of Israel. That's what Joseph going through right here, and what we gonna go through at the end of all this. That's why you just got to stay patient. From the prison to the palace. From the bottom to the top. The Hebrew word bow the knee, avrek. This word means to kneel, to submit, to acknowledge authority, to show respect. The Most High made Joseph's enemies become his footstool. Woo. And it's going to happen to us, family. Just like it happened to Joseph, it's going to happen to us too. He's been given total authority. Without thee shall no man lift up his hand or foot. That means no business decisions, no economic moves, no political choices, no social changes without who? Joseph approval. Woo! Woo! That's going to happen with us, family. They're going to come to us with everything. We going to be the final sign off for anything these other nations do. We going to be the master. Like Shonuff said, who the master? Israel. Who the master? Israel. I'm getting chills, family. I hope you're getting goosebumps. I get goosebumps. I think it's because I'm cold. But still, I'm getting goosebumps. This is what Yah has in store for you, family. He's showing you right here. He's showing our restoration right here. Some of y'all here today, y'all begging for respect. Marching in the streets, all this stuff. Fighting for recognition. Struggling for position. Compromising for acceptance. Those coons, tap dancing for master, Steve Harvey, TD Jakes, all of them. Tap dancing. When if you just stay faithful like Joseph, the Most High will force them to respect you. He'll make them acknowledge you. He'll demand they honor you. He'll establish your authority. Do y'all get that, man? Now, he got a new identity now, man. He's got a new identity now. Now, his name, Zephnath Paneah, means revealer of secrets, family, or God speaks and lives. But peep game, Joseph didn't reject his Hebrew identity. He didn't forget his people. He didn't abandon his faith. He didn't compromise his principles. He used his Egyptian name for administration while keeping Hebrew identity for revelation. Now look at the marriage arrangement. Some of y'all gonna get triggered by this, but shut up and listen. This marriage was political alliance, social positioning, divine strategy, administrative necessity. Joseph didn't marry her to mix with the nations like you niggas do today. He didn't abandon Israel like you niggas do today. He didn't follow Egyptian gods like you niggas do today. He didn't compromise the law like the majority of you niggas do today. He maintained his Hebrew identity while operating in enemy territory. He knew who he was. Yeah, he got called a new name, but he still knew who he was at the core. He still worshiped the Most High Yah. He still followed Yah's guidance. But these other niggas today, these celebrities, they get some money and all of a sudden they act new. They bougie now. They want to live with the white folks and hang out with the white folks, forget they people, forget where they came from. Abandon the Most High to live it up with their slave masters. That's the reality of the situation today, family. You got the priesthood connection here. The priests of On, Heliopolis, back in the day. That's Egypt's religious center. Now the Most High has positioned Joseph to influence religious power, social structure, economic systems, and political authority, just like Daniel in Babylon. Daniel went through the same thing that Joseph did. Y'all out here either too scared to operate in Babylon's system or too quick to sell out completely when you should be like Joseph. Keep your identity. Maintain your integrity. Use your position. Influence the system. Do y'all get it? Do you understand? Some of y'all so conscious you can't hold a job, can't run a business, can't deal with the government or function in society. Then wonder why you can't help our people. Then you wonder why you can't help them. Crazy, ain't it? So we go 46 through 49 now. And Joseph was 30 years old. Young man. 30. See, the Most High don't be working with them young folks, man. Around the same age that Yahusha came in to his ministry. Was he 33? Crazy for me. I was 34 when the Most High woke me up. Around the same age by Joseph. And Joseph was 30 years old when he stood before Pharaoh, king of Egypt. And Joseph went out from presence of Pharaoh and went throughout all the land of Egypt. And in the 7 plenteous years, the earth brought forth by handfuls. And he gathered up all the food of the 7 years, which were in the land of Egypt, and laid up the food in the cities, the food of the field, which was round about every city. Laid he up in the same. And Joseph gathered corn as the sand of the sea, very much until he left numbering, for it was without number. 30 years old, family. Let that sink in. That means 13 years in Egypt, years in slavery, years in prison, years of preparation. Some of y'all can't wait 30 minutes for the Most High to move. This man had to wait all his time. 13 years. 13 years. 13 years. Now watch the divine economics here, 47 through 49. So he oversees. He goes out and he oversees the gathering and the storing of resources during the 7 years of plenty. So here's the lesson, family. Blessings, in order for you to get them, require this thing called work. Y'all know what work means, right? It requires it. It don't come for the lazy. That's what the Christians tell you. Oh, just pray and pray. God will give it to you. Without no work, no obedience, no nothing. And they wonder why their prayers don't get answered. Egypt. Yah gave Egypt abundance, but it was Joseph's responsibility to manage it wisely. He gathered in abundance. He stored systematically, organized efficiently, prepared thoroughly. While y'all out here spending every dime, living check to check, no emergency storage, no community resources. Joseph didn't sit on his hands during the good years. He planned, he stored, and he prepared for the famine. Notice the scale of what Joseph does. He gathers grain as the sand of the sea. In other words, family, this wasn't half-ass work. Yah blessed them with abundance, and Joseph worked tirelessly to ensure nothing went to waste. This is the mindset we need in 2025. Stop taking your resources lightly. Whether it's money, time, knowledge, or connections, use them to build for the future, not just to satisfy your immediate wants. Let's get real, family. We've been in a season of relative abundance for years. Even with inflation, most of us still have opportunities and resources that our ancestors would have fought wars for. But what are we doing with them? Are we storing for the inevitable lean years? Or are we squandering it? Your job, your income, your skills, these are all things Yah has placed in your hands. What the hell are you doing with them? Joseph didn't procrastinate or waste time. He moved immediately and worked hard to secure a future for his people. Take what you have now, family, and start building. Save money, build emergency supplies, learn survival skills, and invest in your community. If you ignore the preparation phase, don't cry when the famine hits and you are empty-handed, like the majority of our people going to be. They go into Walmart and they go into the mall and they coming out with clothes. What clothes gonna do? You can't eat clothes. You can't eat no shoes. You definitely can't eat a gold chain or a watch or a purse. But hey, our people, as we're gonna read when we get there, they ate the leathers off their shoes during that famine. When Babylon had them surrounded, they ate their kids and they ate the leather off their shoes. So yeah, probably can't eat it. Probably will eat it. Probably will eat it. Empty calories though, because it ain't gonna taste like nothing. But you guys get the gist. The Most High wants you to prepare. This is why he's giving this message right now in this time. With all this crazy stuff happening around us. This is why he's giving us this message. To prepare. He's giving it to me. He's giving it to you. Pass it along, family. Tell your family, hey, it's time we make a plan. Inventory what you need. And get it. You already got everything you need, family. Y'all got whole houses full of tech and all this. You don't need nothing else. All the money now that you have extra, that you have, use it. You go to the store, buy 3 or 4 cans of canned goods or whatever, or more, if you can afford it. And set it aside. And watch as that stockpile grows. I got a lot of canned goods in my pantry. I got rice in there. I've got those little ready-to-make meals or whatever you want to call them. MREs. I got to get some more of those. But these are the things you guys are going to have to need. You're going to need these things when time comes. So I suggest y'all get on it now while you still have time. While we are still relatively abundant and prosperous right now in this society. It ain't got to be much, family. Start off slow. Whatever pace is comfortable for you to get the ball rolling until it becomes second nature. So we keep it moving to 50 and 52. We almost done, family. Made some good time today. All praise to the Most High. 50 to 52. And unto Joseph were born 2 sons before the years of famine came, which Asenath, the daughter of Potiphera, priest of On, bare unto him. And Joseph called the name of the firstborn Manasseh. For God said, He hath made me forget all my toil and all my father's house. And in the name of the second called he Ephraim. For God had caused me to be fruitful in the land of my affliction. So Joseph gets married, and has 2 sons during the years of plenty. But notice the names he gives them. These names are prophetic and reflect his journey. Manasseh means to forget. Joseph is saying Yah has helped him move past the bitterness, pain, and betrayal from his brothers in his years of suffering. Ephraim means fruitful. Despite the hell that Joseph went through, family, Yah made him thrive in the land of his affliction. This is a huge spiritual lesson. Yah turns pain into purpose. Joseph could have stayed angry and bitter about being sold into slavery or being thrown in prison. But instead, he focused on how Yah was working through his situation. Some of you are holding on to resentment for the pain others have caused you in your life. And it's blocking your blessings. Let that shit go, family. Let it go. Trust Yah to heal your wounds and make you fruitful in spite of your struggles. Remember, he does it for your own good. We are a broken people. No doubt. No doubt about it. Years of slavery, systemic oppression, and betrayal. Our pain runs deep. But Yah didn't bring us this far so we could wallow in bitterness. He's trying to make us fruitful in the land of our affliction. But we got to let him work. You got to let him cook, family. You got to get out his way. Stop cursing your struggles and start trusting that Yah can use your pain for his purpose. It's time to heal and build. We can't prepare for the famine if we're still stuck in the past. It's time to look ahead, family. No more looking past. It's time to look ahead. Can y'all do that? That's the question. Can y'all look ahead? Can y'all keep your eye on the prize long enough for the Most High to work in your life? Time will tell, I guess. Well, we finish out this chapter, 53 through 57. We call it a day. All praise and great glory. And the 7 years of plenteous that was in the land of Egypt were ended, and the 7 years of dearth began to come, according as Joseph had said. And the dearth was in all lands, but in all the land of Egypt there was bread. And when all the land of Egypt was famished, the people cried to Pharaoh for bread. And Pharaoh said unto all Egyptians, Go unto Joseph, what he saith to you do. And the famine was all over the face of the earth. My goodness. And Joseph opened all the storehouses and sold unto the Egyptians. And the famine waxed sore in the land of Egypt. And all countries came into Egypt to Joseph for to buy corn, because that the famine was so sore in all lands. Family, this is another symbol for Israel, because all these nations going to come to us just like they coming into Egypt to Joseph. All the nations are going to come into us, family. Every last one of them, they going to come to us. They going to do what they say. Look at this here. Go back to Isaiah 60. If you want to see all this restoration in place, read this chapter, family. Isaiah 60 is very powerful. Look at this. I'm starting from verse 5. Then thou shalt see and flow together, and thine heart shall fear and be enlarged, because the abundance of the sea, as the people, shall be converted unto thee. The forces of the Gentile, this is the wealth, family, shall come unto thee. The multitude of camels shall cover thee. The dromedaries of Midian, Ephah, all they from Sheba shall come. They shall bring gold and incense, and they shall shew forth the praises of the Lord. All the flocks of Kedar shall be gathered unto thee. The rams of Nebaioth shall minister unto thee. They shall come up with acceptance on mine altar, and I will glorify the house of my glory. These are all the nations coming to you. This is a symbol of how every nation is going to have to come to us for everything. We going to be the world's superpower for eternity. No more on the bottom. We going to be on top forever, black people. Don't listen to no heathen talking about all you niggas ain't going nowhere, blah, 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 blah. Y'all better get used to it and let them talk. The Most High's word already said it. It's going to come to pass when it's time. So let the heathen talk. Let them be proud, because all it's doing is setting themselves up for a mighty fall. You see them now. They got their little white man in office now. Their little personal Jesus Christ. They think he gonna save them, but he ain't finna do nothing to help. Just watch, family. Just watch. He gonna turn on them. He gonna turn on them. The Most High is about to show you his power. Just wait and see. So the 7 years, breaking these verses down. The 7 years of the famine, they hit hard, just as Yah revealed to Joseph. But notice something. Egypt had bread because of Joseph's wise preparation. While other nations were starving, Egypt became the supplier for the entire region. And look at the order Pharaoh gives. Go unto Joseph. What he said to you, do. Pharaoh himself deferred to Joseph because he recognized the Most High's wisdom working through him. This is leadership in action, family. Joseph didn't just prepare for his own survival. He prepared to provide for others. And let's not miss the key here. Joseph sold the grain. This wasn't no free giveaway, family. Yah's blessings aren't for exploitation, but they also aren't for people who refuse to work or plan. Joseph managed the resources wisely, distributing them in a way that preserved Egypt's economy and helped those in need. The famine is already creeping in, y'all. It's just disguised as rising prices, job instability, and global shortage. Y'all see all these people getting laid off? Just go on social media and type in layoff. You're going to see story after story, video after video of people crying. Got laid off. Mass layoffs. Look at the food shortages that are happening around the world, family. This is just a warning. But if you got eyes to see and ears to hear, you will heed the warning. And you will use the wisdom that I'm giving you here, and the wisdom that you already have had in your head, in your mind, to act, to move accordingly. The prepared will survive. Joseph wasn't scrambling when the famine hit because he used the years of plenty wisely. Are you preparing now, or are you going to wait till it's too late? This shows us the importance of leadership also. Joseph didn't hoard the blessings for himself. He became a resource for the entire region. As Israelites, we're called to be the head, not the tail. That means we need to lead, not follow when hard times hit. Build community resources. Teach your people how to prepare. Be the voice of wisdom when others panic. Yah has positioned us, family, to lead in these last days, but we got to put in the work. Are you going to do it? Preparation is key. Joseph didn't waste the years of plenty, and neither should you. You got to start building now. You got to turn your pain into purpose like Joseph. Trust the Most High to make you fruitful in the land of your affliction. Stop holding on to resentment and start building. Be a leader, not a victim. Yah elevated Joseph to lead and provide during the famine. That's our calling too. Stop chasing worldly approval and start walking in your divine purpose. So to close it off, family, let's bring this home. Whole thing home. Genesis 41. Ain't just some ancient history lesson like Christianity would like to tell you. It's a blueprint, a wake-up call, and a mirror to shake us Israelites in 2025. So let's do a little quick recap. What this chapter teaches us and what it means for you today. Yah has the final say. That's the first one. When we started this chapter, Joseph was sitting in the damn dungeon, forgotten and alone. But Yah didn't forget him. At the appointed time, he called Joseph out of that prison and set him over the most powerful nation in the world. Let it sink in. It doesn't matter where you start, how low you have been, or how many people overlook you. When Yah calls your name, no pharaoh, no oppressor, no system can hold you back. Today, some of y'all feel like you're in your own prison right now. Stuck in dead-end jobs, toxic relationships, or situations where you feel powerless. But hear me, Yah hasn't forgotten you. Stay faithful like Joseph. Keep using your gifts. Keep walking in obedience and trust that Yah will elevate you when the time is right. Trust in him, family. He gonna make a way for you. Preparation is the key to survival. That's number 2. The whole heart of Genesis 41, as I told you from the beginning, is Yah sends warnings for a reason. Joseph didn't just interpret Pharaoh's dream, family. He acted on it. He devised a plan, saved during the good years, and prepared for the famine. That's the same warning Yah is sending us now in our current situation. Look at the world again. Financial stability, inflation, climate disasters, supply chain breakdowns. They're the thin cows and the blasted ears creeping in just like in Pharaoh's dream. If you're out here living like these fat years will last forever, you're playing a dangerous game. Save now. Prepare now. Build now. This isn't fear-mongering, family. This is wisdom. Don't be simple, Israel. Get your house in order today. Turn your pain into purpose. It's number 3. Joseph here, he experienced betrayal, slavery, and imprisonment. But Yah flipped the script and used his pain to elevate him. Yah didn't just bless Joseph to survive. He blessed him to thrive and to lead nations. That same principle applies to us today. We are a nation of survivors, as you can see. A nation that has endured oppression and hatred for generations. But Yah didn't keep us here just to survive. He's raising us up to lead. Black people, you got to let go of the bitterness that's wearing you down. Stop letting the past pain define you. Yah is trying to turn that pain into purpose, but you got to let him work. Like Joseph's son, Manasseh, to forget. And Ephraim, fruitful. You got to let Yah help you forget the bitterness and move into fruitfulness, even in the land of your affliction. The time for excuses is over. We need to heal. We need to build and step into our role as leaders. And the final one, leadership is about service. When Yah elevated Joseph, he didn't do it so Joseph could sit pretty. Joseph's high position came with a heavy responsibility to preserve the people during the famine. That's leadership, family. It ain't about flexing authority or chasing clout. It's about service. Today, we need to take this lesson to heart. Stop waiting for politicians, influences, or celebrities to lead you. Yah has called his people to be the leaders, to be the head, not the tail. That means you, black man, black woman. That means taking responsibility for your family, your finances, your community, and your nation. Stop whining about the system and start building outside of it. Be like Joseph, wise, disciplined, and ready to serve when the famine hits. So Genesis 41 isn't about Pharaoh's dream or Joseph's elevation. It's about how Yah works in seasons. There are times of plenty and times of famine, and your survival depends on what you do in the good times. Right now, we're living in that season of warning. Yah is giving us the chance to prepare, to build, to save, and to come together as a people. If we ignore it, we'll be like those lean cows, devoured by the hard times. But if we prepare, if we rise up like Joseph and walk in wisdom, we won't just survive, family. We'll lead. Just like Egypt came to Joseph for sustenance during the famine, the world will look to Yah's people for leadership and direction. That's our role, family. But we got to get ready for it. Yah is calling us out this system, out of complacency and into purpose. Will you answer the call? Family, the time is short. Genesis 41 shows us the power of preparation, obedience, and trust in Yah's plan. It's not just a story. It's a prophecy. The question is, will you act on it? Or will you waste the warnings? Yah is calling, so pick up the phone and answer. Shalom. Go in strength, wisdom, and obedience, my people. Let's build. And with that, that's the end of my sermon. All praises and great glory to the Most High Yah for this powerful word today. I pray you guys were sufficiently edified spiritually, that you got this wisdom that the Most High wanted you to get, and that you guys act and apply this wisdom in your life and get prepared now. But with that being said, family, I hope you guys enjoy the rest of your Sabbath. I hope you guys have a blessed week upcoming in Yah's name. And Yah willing, next week, we will be back here again doing Genesis 42, where the brothers, those betrayers, come down to Egypt. So before I leave, family, I leave you with my newest single that I just released. It's streaming on all platforms. It's called Elevation. What a perfect song to tie the whole thing off. I hope you guys enjoy. Again, you guys stay blessed. And let the Most High guide you in everything you do. With that being said, family, shalom.
I don't, I don't
Most High, my thoughts release above the chaos and the noise of every day. I seek the wisdom that'll guide me on my way. His presence like a gentle breeze, so sublime, whispering truth that transcends space and time. In this lo-fi groove I find my higher self, spiritual wealth beyond material wealth. Elevating my mind to the Most High, finding purpose in the blink of an eye. In this cosmic dance we're all just stars, guided by the light that heals our scars. Through trials and tribulations He's been there, silent guardian showing me how to care. For myself, for others, for this earthly plane. His love like the sun, His grace like the rain. In the depth of meditation I understand the grand design, how it's all carefully planned. Each solar universe infinite and bright, connected to the Most High day and night. Elevating my mind to the Most High, finding purpose in the blink of an eye. In this cosmic dance we're all just stars, guided by the light that heals our scars. I go, I go. Yeah, the Most High guiding us. Whoa, one love. In this journey called life, we're never alone. The Most High's love deeper than we've known. Through every challenge, every mountain we climb, He's the rhythm in our hearts, the reason and rhyme. So I keep my head up, my spirit aligned with the divine energy, eternally kind. In this lo-fi vibe I found my truth, eternal wisdom, fountain of youth. Elevating my mind to the Most High, finding purpose in the blink of an eye.